Oh my God, there's gold. Gold nugget. I can dig for gold. I just said that. I said that like 10 minutes ago. There needs to be gold. There's gold. There's gold. Good morning, everyone. Dave from the wee hours here, back with more cyubeVR, back in my virtual world that I love so much. After several requests from viewers to come back to cyubeVR, hey, can you show off some more cyubeVR? Can you please go back to cyubeVR? We'd like to see some more cyubeVR. Absolutely. cyubeVR always has a place on my channel. There will not be a point where I'm not playing cyubeVR. The videos are somewhat infrequent, and I understand that. I don't do cyubeVR weekly or anything like that. There's some reasons for that. There's a couple of reasons for that. Recording any VR game is a bit of a production. It's not like recording a regular PC game. There's a lot of cords, there's a lot of wires, there's a lot of setup, there's a lot of changing settings on how I'm recording things. It's kind of a big deal to record VR. At this stage of the tech, I desperately await the point where affordable, convenient wireless equipment is available. I will be looking forward to that tremendously. The other factor is flat out temperature. So here's the thing. I am in the northeast of the United States. We have been having a ridiculously hot summer here, and that affects what I can do at all in terms of VR, because VR makes my PC run rather hot, and by rather hot, I mean actually hot to the touch, where I am concerned I am damaging my PC with heat. So this particular summer, see, I missed a block there. I missed a block. I'm going to have to fix that. It's going to make me mental. Am I equipped with stone? Yes, I am. All right. So yeah, flat out temperature has been a bit of an issue this summer. So any VR videos have been somewhat infrequent. But again, the whole point of this story is that cyubeVR always has a place on my channel. And I wanted to come back and sort of show off some things that are new, some updates, some changes that have been made, because the developer is constantly working on this. And as usual, show you some things that I was doing wrong. So let's take a tour. So the first thing you'll see here is I've got the beginnings of fleshing out the staircase. Now, in the last cyubeVR video, you can see I finished building my staircase to the floating island. That was a big deal, but I don't like the way it looks. It looks a little silly. It's obviously defying gravity. It's not structurally sound. I'm sure this does not meet OSHA regulations or anything like that. There's not even handrails. So I had said in the last video I want to start fleshing this whole thing out, and it'll probably take me the rest of my natural life. But I actually want to encompass all of the staircase in stone and really have this look like, well, basically a small town that encompasses the staircase. So I've started that here. Long story short, I've started that here. And we can see I'm kind of trying to flesh this out a little around the staircase. I'm going to build it back towards there, but I've begun building it out towards here to get to the front of this. And to reach these taller areas, I'm using the wooden scaffolding, which was a really nice addition that we kind of briefly touched on in the last video. So the wooden scaffolding is very, very efficient on materials to build. It's just 4 wooden blocks, and that creates, I don't immediately recall, either 20 or 24 scaffolding pieces, and that makes it really easy to get to taller areas, because obviously in VR I am actually limited by what I can physically reach with my real-world hand. I have to stand on tippy toes to get some of these bits, but the scaffolding makes that way easier. Now, the obvious question is, well, what do you do with the scaffolding once you're done? You can see I've kind of got the bits I wanted. I fleshed out all of this here, and now I'm stuck with this scaffolding. I could take my axe and start chopping it down. That's an option, and that won't let me reclaim some of the component pieces for this, but that's a little bit tedious, so I can actually show off a couple of things in one fell swoop if we go backwards here. Now, there's been a change to the bow, and I was tripped up on this. I actually had to contact the developer and ask what I was doing wrong. Usually you just, well, all right, I've just proved myself wrong, but anyway, usually an arrow would just magically appear. But you can see now it doesn't. The arrows are now on my back, so I can't see it, and you can't see me doing it, but I'm going to reach behind my real-world back, and that's going to now pull up an arrow. So the arrows live in a quiver on your back. You actually have to reach behind yourself, and that will produce the arrow. I got really tripped up on that. I thought it was a bug. I contacted the developer. He's like, no, just, you're being an idiot. Just reach behind you. If you'd read my developer notes, you would have known that. I'm like, okay, yeah, I was an idiot. So yeah, the arrows live on your back now. That's where the quiver sort of is. And with the scaffolding, because the developer had said, you know, there's going to be more things we can do with the bow, now we can shoot the scaffolding blocks, and that makes them go away. And that is, get another arrow off my back. That's a way more efficient and, frankly, more fun way to get rid of the scaffolding. I actually have to work on aiming, and now I've just sort of created a scaffolding target range for myself. Very cool. I like that a lot. Yeah, I'm not going to reclaim the bits from it, but you know what? This is way more fun. So I can just put up scaffolding, do what I need to do, and then shoot the blocks out with my bow and arrow, which is great. I love that addition. So going back into the wee hours mine, which has become, as we talked about in my last cyubeVR video, yeah, see, I figured out how the wall hooks work. We're going to talk about that in a second too, because that was really befuddling me. The wee hours mine has become less of a mine and more of a dwarven stronghold, and I've got a new plan. I've got a new idea because of another thing that was sort of tweaked and updated that I didn't know about that we can do now. Let me just show off the actual mining area. This is the real mine at this point. Again, we struck coal down here, so we got plenty of coal. I have yet to get to copper. It's gonna be down here somewhere, and I've continued to keep digging away at it. I can't even pick up all this stone because my inventory is so full of stone. I got stone for days. You can see how much I've left behind here. My bucket of infinite space is completely full, but I'm continuing to work down into the earth here, and at some point there will be copper. It's down here somewhere. Speaking of which, just, you know, I'm really talking to myself, and I'm also kind of half talking to the developer at the same time. We need gold. I've just decided this. We need gold. There needs to be gold that I can find in a mine. I need to turn this into a gold mine, and a literal, real gold mine. So, you know, if anyone wants to add gold down there somewhere, that would be super. And then I can go put it in my chest that I built back there. That'll be even more fun. So, here's a thing we can do now that just speeded up the production of the wee hours mine. If I go into my inventory, and I grab, actually, I think I need to make one. Oh, no, I put one on the wall. Hang on. Let me just grab this. I knew I put one on the wall here somewhere. And there we go. Come here. While I'm doing this, in the last episode, I was really tripped out by the wall hooks, which are a great addition and very decorative. Couldn't figure out how they worked. I was trying to take my tool from my right-hand tool slot and put it up there, and it doesn't work. I don't want to hit that too hard. I'm going to take that block out. That's not the way you do it. You actually have to put the tool out of your inventory. So I'll do it just for, you know, just for doing it. I'll take my stone shovel here. I have a better shovel anyway. So if I take that out of my inventory completely and just drop it on the ground, like I've done with this. Oops, let me get out of that one. There we go. You don't want to take it in your right hand. You actually want to take it in your left hand. You want to use the hand icon to grab this. It's a little finicky sometimes. Yeah, the pickaxe didn't feel like cooperating. Sometimes it's finicky to grab something off the ground. It's doable. I just don't feel like fidgeting with it for a few minutes. But the stone shovel works fine. So grabbing it with your left hand, not your right hand, now you can just trigger it. Oh, hang on. Trigger it. Come on, trigger it. Don't prove me wrong here. Don't prove me wrong. I did this yesterday when I was testing this. Come on. Yep, not completely unfidgety, but if you get it in the right spot, you can trigger it onto the wall hook. Oh, I just did it. There we go. So trigger it onto the wall hook and it'll stay there. Very nice decorative item. Not completely unfidgety, but it's just sort of, that's kind of the nature of VR, because you're not ever really sure what you are and are not touching. Now, coming back, I'm actually glad I didn't put the pickaxe up on the wall because I needed the pickaxe. Let me just grab this guy back and we'll show off something else that's really fun. So if we pick this guy up off the floor in our left hand and we go to our other pickaxe in our right hand, we can now dual wield tools. Awesome. dual wielding tools is cool, because now I just doubled my production rate in the wee hours mine. So let me go back to my pickaxe. Boom. We are dual wielding the heck out of this thing, and I can now just, well, I've effectively doubled my production. I am plowing through this stone now because I've got a tool in each hand. I am a machine. I am an absolute digging machine. I have no idea what I'm doing with all this stone. It'll all go out to the staircase outside. But boy, this really, really, really speeds things up here. You see the speed that we're working at now. I mean, this is just insane. In fact, the only thing that's slowing me down is because I use teleport mode, so I don't want to get motion sickness. It's just moving forward. That's the only thing that's slowing me down, is just having to switch from my tool to the teleport movement. But this is just crazy. We are ripping through this mountain right now. In fact, I think I'm going to start a whole other room over here. I'm going to start a completely different room. This is going to be an offshoot area here. I'm kind of mentally planning this out as I do it. Like I had said in the last cyubeVR video that I did, designing stuff in virtual reality, you kind of have to think of it from the inside out. You have to not really plan it as an architect. You have to plan it as, well, I don't know, a worm digging from the inside out? I don't know. But you kind of have to think of the shape and then take out all the bits that don't look like that shape. But this is just crazy. Dual wielding tools is awesome. It's absolutely awesome. If you're not doing that yet, go ahead and do that. I need some more torches in here. So I'm just making some nice red torches to illuminate that area. The colored torches that I showed off in the last episode when I was building the giant staircase. I think that'll be a nice touch over there. And yep, I've got those loaded up. Excellent. Let's go over to those. And we'll show you what I did. Show you what I did over here. I've made a bit of a mess for a start. So I don't even have the inventory space to put all these blocks in here. They can just live here for right now. But yeah, I excavated this entire room in total elapsed time, maybe about 2 minutes. Maybe about 2 minutes to excavate this entire room out using the dual wielding of the tool. So let's get a nice, how about over here on this wall maybe? Yeah, and then maybe I'll do a doorway in here. That might be good. So let me just get a torch here. Oh, that's nice. I like the red torches. And one over, come on, there we go, here. Oh, yeah. This is going to be good. Dual wielding just opened up possibilities for how fast this dwarven stronghold is going to get done. And what I was thinking, because we're in a mountain, basically. We're in a mountain. And this will keep expanding, but what I'd like to see, I haven't gone outside and kind of seen what the distance is, but I'm now thinking a tunnel straight through here. Straight through to the other side of this mountain. And then I've got, well, I have a second form of egress, which will meet OSHA regulations. But, yeah, I'm thinking just straight on through, and then like I just did here, I can have rooms branching off to the side, and maybe, you know, start another mining operation going down like that. I'm not sure yet. This all just takes shape as I'm doing it, which is really neat. It's very organic. It's just coming together as my mind encompasses it as I'm digging it out. And different shapes take place, like, you know, putting this little alcove here for a tool holder, and this weird little alcove that just came out of my head for no reason with a torch in it. It's really, the way you build in cyubeVR is just very organic. It really almost mirrors your subconscious as you're doing it. I might be getting a little overly philosophical with that, but it's a really cool game. And here's about the most adorable addition to cyubeVR. There are bunnies now. Bunnies exist in cyubeVR, and they're super, super adorable. Can I pet you if I use my hand? I can, but you don't do anything. But still, adorable bunnies now live in cyubeVR. That is fantastic. I am not going to shoot you with an arrow. I hope you appreciate that. You seem to pose no threat to me, and I'm going to bank on that. Don't prove me wrong, bunny. Oh, and coming out of the wee hours mine, Actually, I didn't see this before. There is a crafting recipe. Oh, no, not the bow. Grab the thing. Okay, that's the picture frame. Good. I was actually just gonna demonstrate. Well, not demonstrate, but I was going to. Oh, did I not get you? I'm sorry. Oh no, you're disintegrating. Okay, I got you. I already have you anyway. I already found that recipe. But yeah, if we go into our crafting recipes, there is now, which is kind of neat. Oh, I got 2 of them. That must have been a different one. 2 picture frames. So a copper picture frame and a gold picture frame. That says gold picture frame. There's gold. Where is there gold? Oh my god, there's gold. Gold nugget. I can dig for gold. I just said that. I said that like 10 minutes ago. There needs to be gold. There's gold. There's gold. Everybody stop. There's gold in this mine somewhere, and I'm going to find it. Okay, that's totally new to me. You may notice my element of surprise upon seeing that picture frame said gold nugget. There's gold in them thar hills. There is literally gold in them thar hills, and I'm going to find it. Yeah, so we can do picture frames now. Sorry about that. Picture frames are totally a thing that exists. What's much more cool about the picture frames is you can import your own images into the game and put. So I could. You know what? It might take me a bit to figure it out, logistically, but there's going to be a picture of my kitty in here somewhere. There's going to be a picture of my kitty. Maybe a wall of pictures of my kitty, because I have a lot of pictures of my kitty. I'm very fond of my cat. Oh, that's weird. Why are the shadows moving underground? Huh. That's not quite right. We're underground, but I'm getting the sun shadows moving as we're doing it. Whatever. I don't care. There's gold here somewhere. Oh my god, there's gold. I need to go back and get my other pickaxe. I need to be dual wielding the heck out of this. Somewhere down here, there is gold. And I aims to find it. That'll probably be the focus of the next cyubeVR video right there. Oh, he put gold in there. Thank you. Thank you for listening to me while I was doing this video, apparently, and magically putting gold in there, which he probably put in a developer's note, and I never saw it, because I don't always read those things. Because, you know what? Tutorials and notes and developer logs, those are merely suggestions as far as I'm concerned. I like to dive right in and see what happens. And, boy, is there things to find in cyubeVR. There's gold here somewhere. Okay, I'm overly excited about this. So there's cyubeVR for today. Let's call it on cyubeVR for today. We will always come back to cyubeVR. Don't ever be concerned that cyubeVR doesn't have a home on my channel. Yes, it's a bit of a production to put it all together, but cyubeVR always has a place on the wee hours. I don't think it's any surprise that I'm a fan of this game. Everybody knows that. I think this is, if you're getting into VR, this is definitely a game to get. This should be at the top of your list. And it was, if you've ever watched the first wee hours cyubeVR video, this was as much a surprise to me as it was anyone else. I don't generally like sort of voxely building games. It's just not my thing. But this, this is almost my second home. There's another bunny. Hi, bunny. Hi, I'm totally not going to shoot you with an arrow. Sorry, I'm really just tripped out about the gold issue, so I'm going to call the video here so I can go start mining, because there's gold somewhere down here, and I'm going to find it. I'm going to find it. I said that about the staircase. I said I was going to build a staircase to the floating island. I did it. Now I'm going to go find gold. That's my next task. So until then, I'm Dave. Thank you, as always, for joining me in the wee hours, and we'll see you next time. I find it very funny that smashing through the window apparently does not arouse any suspicion at all. And you're going to smash the other window. You couldn't even go in the same window, Colossus. Oh, games are funny sometimes. Games are a little silly sometimes.